Okay, recalling case number.
Mr. Perryman, hold on 1 second, sir. You're gonna come and bring one.
As 00200 SM, State of Michigan versus Paul Lightbody.
Robert Shockley, you have the people.
Okay, well, Mr. Lightbody, tell us your name.
Paul Lightbody.
All right, and this is your request to allow some contact with your children. Probation has updated it saying that you have been going to your probation appointments. You did complete a mental health evaluation. They don't tell me much about what the result was. She says they attached a report. Well, the therapist who you're seeing says that she has given you a diagnosis, that more time is required to see if there are changes in his mental and emotional health. He's agreeable to meet biweekly. He states his goal is to learn how to express his emotions in healthy ways. Let me know if you have specific questions or seeking monthly updates regarding his attendance. So, okay, Mr. Lightbody, it looks like you've enrolled in there, but your therapist is saying she needs to see you more to even make an evaluation as to whether or not there's going to be some changes here and whether or not you're really reaching your goal to express your emotions in a more healthy way. And so my order was that we would have you do that. And hopefully that would address any perceived dangers that might be there towards the children. But we don't know yet because you haven't been in there long enough.
Your Honor, is the mental health evaluation in the logs? Because I didn't get the mental health evaluation by my therapist. I get that by the organization that you guys sent me. So that's what should have been reported to me, attached to the report.
All I have is this from someone named Kristen Marino.
Yes, no, that's my personal counsel. That's not who gave the mental health evaluation.
Well, where's the mental health evaluation?
It was, I guess my PO didn't have it. I don't know what she did with the
Did you talk to her when you went down?
I did speak to her.
Did she say she had that?
Please don't run it down today.
Yes.
No, I didn't speak to her today. The bailiff did, but I did that evaluation like almost a year ago at this point. And maybe like 6 months ago. It was like a couple weeks after you guys.
But all I have is saying you have been diagnosed with something and more times is needed to see changes in the mental emotional health. And I'm assuming your social worker is talking about the report from your treatment that you've been getting. You said you did almost a year ago, which was, we sentenced you back in May of 2023. So I'm not sure when you got the report. Who's the psychiatrist that you're treating with?
I would have to get the information.
Well, tell you what, let's do this. I'm gonna adjourn this, Mr. Lightbody, just a short period of time for you to come back with the actual report so I can see what they're saying. Because I don't have enough information. The only thing I have is your social worker says more times needed to see how you're adjusting.
The deal was that I can get it somewhat faster so I can get back to my children's life faster because I've been out of their
Well,
life
sir,
for almost a year.
the court this is like what, Wednesday? The end of the month is next week. I'm not even here. So you have to wait till the week after that to come back. If you can get it at some point then, I'll try to get you back as quickly as I can.
I appreciate it.
So when can we have him come back?
Court's available April 3rd at 9 a.m.
April what?
3rd at 9 a.m.
9 o'clock. you need to, when you get the report, take it to probation so they can look at it and make some kind of notation as to what they are suggesting. And then they'll have a copy attached and then I can read it and we'll see where we go.
Could I also request a change in my PO perhaps? Because
We know there's only one PO. We only have 3 and only one does domestic violence cases, so you can't change it. Okay, so this is his notice, I think. That.
Your Honor, if she doesn't have that file, should I just go ahead and get another evaluation just so I can get a fresh one?
Well, either that or get a copy of what you had from the person that sent it in. Or update it. You know, maybe you've made even more progress since then. I don't know.
I've been compliant with the HILL program and anger management, all of my probation requirements.
I think that's great. And so what you want to do is whatever you get, whether it's an upgrade or the same report, make sure you get it to probation so that she can have this report updated and tell me how you're doing. Because she says she's recommending continued probation. You're a little behind on the money. You had a positive THC test, which you weren't supposed to have, but you are in the program. You only missed 1 day.
I had got a med card for that. I no longer smoke now though, because I'm starting the trucking business, so I can't anymore, but all the THC positive tests after mine.
So you really don't need it for medical reasons since you stopped for your job. It's probably better for your overall health that you did. So, okay, but we'll see you back here on the 3rd.
Appreciate it. What time?
I think it says 9 o'clock. He'll give you notice.
Appreciate it.
This is case number 23.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. His kid's mom, and I wanted to speak on tonight.
No.
I have no way of speaking to you. I've been trying to get.
Ma'am, the case is over. I'm on another case. What is it that you want?
He's not doing the mental health assessments and the probation officer.
Well, then
is not
come back
helping.
on April 3rd and let me know.
I'll come back on April 3rd.
Right, you can come back. Come back on April 3rd and let me know your view on what you know he's doing and how you know, because is he supposed to be having any contact?
I'm in the process of getting sole custody, and I can't get the sole custody, daycare, all different kinds of things because I can't get any type of documentation from the court. So that's, my lawyer for the sole custody has been in contact with him, and he has said that he's doing the mental health, the HEAL program, and he's also doing the anger management, but he was told through the probation that he was court mandated to get the mental health assessment, and like you said, he was told to seek help. And he told the lawyer that he hasn't been doing it because of the price, because of the cost. So.
Well, then he needs to have something. And you can sure come back here on the 3rd at 9 o'clock and voice, your concerns that hasn't been done. And if it's not done, then he's not going to be having any contact with the kids. I mean, that's what I said in my order.
There's no way to do it in private.
No way to do what?
Voice back to me.
No. It has to be considered here because otherwise I can't reference why I'm doing what I'm doing because I haven't heard it from you. Now, if you don't want to come, you don't have to. If you wanted to write a letter, I'm going to read it. So you can write a letter if you want.
Okay. And submit it to this.
Well, that's his card. He's the prosecutor.
Give me a call.
And he can talk to you and tell you how best to handle it.
Just give me a call so I have the number. Come get it.
Okay. All right, so this is case number 23S01015FY, State of Michigan versus Tony Sykes.
Morning, Your Honor. Chris George, attorney for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Please report Donald Andrews, B4501 on behalf of Mr. Sykes, who stands from the last circuit state.
Tony Sykes.
Okay, thank you, and good morning to both counsel and Mr. Sykes. Mr. Sykes, you're here for sentencing, and this is on one count of the child. Oh, actually, it was a child abuse charge that was reduced to domestic violence. So we did get a pre-sentence report here on this matter. And did you have a chance to go over it with him, Mr. Andrews?
Yes, Your Honor. I reviewed it with Mr. Sykes. There is one issue as to, the jail credit. Mr. Sykes indicated he believes it should be 5 days, not 1 day.
Well, why does he believe that? There's a bond that was posted October 28th, 2023. That's a surety bond for $5,000, cash or surety. Sworn to October 26th. And he was arraigned on the 26th. So he has the 26th, 27th, and he bonded out on the 28th. That's 3 days.
Your Honor, he indicated that he was in the Southfield jail prior to that.
How am I supposed to know when he was in the jail and what for? All
Um,
I can go is from the arraignment date. The incident date was, let's see, October 23rd. So did he go in on October 23rd?
Yes, sir. The night of the 23rd, I served the whole 3 days, 72 hours, 3 days, I counted. What's he say?
Well, if that's the case, he'd have 6 days. What else is wrong with the report?
Your Honor, other than that, the report, we have no additions, corrections, or deletions. And he has indicated that the traffic violation indicated in the previous record, second paragraph.
The traffic violation,
Yeah, the second paragraph of the previous record, first section.
previous record, oh, here. 3 driving violations on his record. That's what it says. He doesn't have 3, is that what he's saying?
No, he's resolved it.
I don't mean they're not on his record. He might have resolved them, but, Secretary of State has a driving record.
He indicated that, he was told that when he paid it, they would be expunged from his record.
Well, sir, you need to go back to those courts and to check into that because the probation got this from the lien. Drive 1 license expired, looks like, from 2020, 2021. Driving while license suspended. Pay to appear in court on that. And Glen Township, license expired October 2020.
Your Honor, he will do that. He's just.
Because that's what's here.
He's,
And this was
he's
run
resolved-
February 1st, 2024.
He's resolved those matters.
Okay, well, that's good. But they're still there unless you get them set aside some kind of way, which is a possibility depending on how old they are. Okay, so anything else need to be corrected?
No, Your Honor, as to the, recommendation, we're gonna ask the court to follow the recommendation. I know that in my notes, which I don't believe the pre-sentence report alluded to, that, he is eligible for 76948 in this matter. I do not believe the prosecutor has an objection to it.
No, I have it here
Okay.
on the file.
We'd be asking the court to, follow the recommendation and, put him on 76948.
Okay, what would you like to say? When you try to train a young person, you don't pop them in the face like that. That might catch their attention for a minute, but that can scar them too. And it doesn't necessarily change the behavior. Might make them fear you in some kind of way.
Sorry.
That's what I learned. I was installing fear, not installing correction. Figuring out better ways to talk to them instead of, listening. So I learned that. I also get through, I got a whole new organization with me now, with this arena football game going on, so they're helping me with that management also.
Good. I mean, it's hard to discipline children. And this was your nephew who was being very disrespectful. But there are ways to do it. And a lot of people don't understand that it's repetitive behavior that eventually they just give up and they comply. But it's not an easy thing just to say, okay, well, take your time out here and it's done. No, because many kids are combative, the little kids even. They gotta get up and they're not gonna sit there. You have to just be consistent, sitting them back down and not reacting. And the ways that they tug on your strings, you don't react to. There's ways to do it. There's books on it. And the thing about it is, when you discipline and try to instill some discipline, we don't take classes in that. And how to get along with somebody in a relationship. We don't take classes, we just like wing it. And the only thing we know is what somebody did for us or to us or what we watched. And sometimes it's not good and it doesn't work. So then we just perpetuate these things that don't work instead of really saying, let me read this. Let me see what makes kids tick, what gets to them. So you're learning that now, and that's probably going to serve you well. Okay, anything else you wish to say? People?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I've had a chance to review the recommendation. The only thing I would ask the court to consider is the probation agent is recommending an anger management, and I don't know that this situation was necessarily all about anger control, but about parenting. And
What, a parenting plan?
to consider a parenting class. And we're actually talking about 3 children that he popped in the face and hit.
That's the only thing she's got to read.
And I don't know what his attitude is today about this situation, but according to the report, he was laughing and joking about the situation at the time. He didn't think it was a big deal. The defendant has his own small child, and I think that the parenting class would also help him in that regard. And I would also ask the court to consider some community service. Just to send a message that what he did was wrong and cannot be tolerated, and that he needs to learn and develop from it.
Well, it sounds like he's got his head on a little bit better now, because he says he was learning, he was instilling fear and not discipline. And there is a difference, so at least he knows that much. Parenting class is probably what's necessary. I mean, we could do both even if you feel it's necessary.
I think the parenting class would be much, effective way to go forward.
And then one other question I had, Judge, is it looks like the defendant, according to the report, has been drinking and using marijuana.
I saw that.
But then the agent recommends drug and alcohol testing. I don't, if the court's not prohibiting him for doing those things, I'm not sure that we need the testing.
Well, I am.
Of course, if the court's gonna prohibit it, then
Prohibiting it.
I just didn't see that as a recommendation of no alcohol or marijuana.
Yeah, they never recommend it because it's a standard thing. Probably why. And let's see if his bond conditions were possess and do not consume alcohol or drugs. So it was part of his bond. So we're going to continue that. Let's see. So there's currently a no contact with the kids right now until he gets into some class. And then once you start to learn, then if this probation is still ongoing at that time, you could always come back, show what you've learned and ask. We all come back and then have a conversation about whether or not you should have some contact with the kids now. Because I know it's a double-edged sword. I know you probably love the kids. I know the kids probably loved you. They might miss seeing you at some point. They didn't like to laugh, I'm sure, but I'm sure they miss you. So at some point, we'd like to get you guys back together, but with you with a little bit more skills to be able to handle these youngsters. Okay, All right, so probation has recommended a term of 12 months probation. I think that's reasonable. So that'll be the sentence of the court with $480 of oversight fees. Fines and costs are $300. The jail time will be 6 days with credit for 6 days. We're gonna give you 5 days of community service to be done at a nonprofit agency. No alcohol or unprescribed drugs while you're on this probation, and there will be the alcohol and drug testing. Right now, we're gonna send you to parenting classes. And until we have those completed, and then you have to come back and ask, we'll have no contact with Carvion, Carvion, Ryder, Rider, Carlos Ryder, Rider, Shavon, Chaivon, Ryder, Josiah Sykes, Josiah, Sykes.
I'm sorry, just repeat the last name.
Sykes, Sykes.
No, the first.
Josiah, Josiah, Jalese, Jalese, Sykes, or kids under 18. Maintain employment. Where went to college? You what? You didn't pay them for your college?
You say you have to finish the college you went to?
Yeah, I said you went to
Yes, Bluffton University.
Bluffton, but then you didn't get your degree. So what
I
happened?
didn't pay. I owe money.
Okay, so what's the situation now?
So it's $44,000 a semester on it. So I can't afford that. I'm just looking for a different school. I found a really football. I get paid for that now. That's why.
Where are you going now?
And then football league.
Arena football league? So what are you gonna do? You're just not gonna go back and finish your college?
Planning on it as of right now, I'm taking everything step by step. Slow it down, this whole process.
Don't wait too long. Never too late, but while you're young, get it done. Okay, so also we'll have a $75 crime victims' rights fee pursuant to statute, $200 counsel fee. This is under 7694A.
Your Honor, the court appointed fees, or this was a circuit court matter.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I'm sure it was. So we're not gonna assess $200, and I don't think they charge up there. So no counsel fee, and this is under 7694A, so this will not be on his record if he successfully completes everything. And I'm sorry, there is a PSI fee of $100. And without saying, it should go without saying, no assaultive contacts. So we'll put that there too. All right, so he's all set.
Your Honor, just, there's one last matter, and I've spoken to brother counsel about this. His phone was seized on that TV.
Well, they shouldn't need it now. Do they need the phone?
And Mr. George has indicated he's gonna try to make a phone call to resolve that matter.
You're gonna try to see if they'll release it now?
I'll email the detective and answer if he really.
I mean, if you need an order, I mean, I can write one. I mean, case is done, they shouldn't need the phone anymore.
We'll see if we can resolve it without an order.
All right, well, if you need one, Mr. George is aware that I'll just do one if it's necessary, because you don't have any objections to him getting his phone back at this point.
No. Nope, not unless there's something the police department knows it out.
Okay. All right, so he's all set now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.